I mean, you want to chant the holy name with great ecstatic devotion like this? Well, that's what we're here to do. And then later on, maybe who knows, Lord Chaitanya at a certain point. Yeah. And then when he was at that point where he just wanted to relish more, and he's thinking, but who's going to teach bhakti? This stuff. Who's going to teach this stuff? While he's just in there in the uttam stage and just in there. Who's going to tell him that you need to leave the association of what is unfavorable? You cannot associate intimately with those who are envious and jealous and and in religion, in Vaishnava religion, there's so many envious persons in there. You got to get purified of that. Prabhupada said, hey, in this Krishna conscious movement, there's so many envious persons. Can you distinguish them? Just I ask you, Vaidhi Bhaktas that want to make progress, can you distinguish who's envious in your group? And you'll probably all say, no, I can't. But if you wonder, if you're at a point where, God, there's something wrong, there's something not quite right here. Even though they're telling us, oh, you're in the right place and this is perfect, you're going back to Godhead and all that, and it's all hunky dory, you found the association of devotees. They preach like this. Oh, you got this, just stay in association. They're saying all these things, but it's all talk. If you're into the all talk stage and hypocrisy, they're not real devotees yet. They don't have real devotion. They're wannabes. They're called Vaishnava Abbas. These gurus are Vaishnava Abbas. They just look like it. That's all. They're not real devotee. Real devotee mean you have the shelter of the Lord. You have the transcendental potency living inside you. Okay? The scriptures, you're a manifestation of the scriptures. And not like the Vaidis teach. They think a manifestation of the scriptures is somebody who follows every rule in the book. They're rule followers. You ever see people like that? I never like, these guys who I go by the book. I go by the book. They go by the rule book. Like you follow this rule, that rule. That's all external. I go by the book. I go by the living book. See, the living essential thing. When God is living in you, then you get the essence, the essential principles of devotional service. What's essential? Why do you need to carry all this other stuff around? It's all it puts you on a mental plane. Well, let's see. This day is of the Vaishnavas, and this day is another Vaishnava, and then Gaur Purnim, and then I got to keep all these dates in the Ekadasi, keep all these dates in my mind to follow all these rules to be purified, because on these dates I get purified. Well, I'm like Paul. Same thing. All devotees are in their mind like Paul. Yeah. They don't need any special date to worship God. I'm worshiping God, whenever I feel like it. And I back away from that deep worship when I feel like it too, because that's just, I only have a physical body here. It's just, I don't want it to explode. Yeah. It's like you got to know when to put the foot on the gas and when to take a little bit off. You just keep the car going. You could, if you put it too far in the gas, you might crash and burn. Yeah. So this is very powerful here, very uncommon here. And when you start to realize that and just get behind this mission, then you're going to get the full protection. You'll realize, oh wow, I'm protected by Guru, Krishna, and the Vaishnavas and these books. You look at the books and it'll all be there. What I say is right there. I'm not saying it's all there. And then we can go anywhere in the universe and preach without being affected by the Lord's Maya, believing in it. Oh, Krishna, I don't know. Okay, where did that come from? Okay, I'm just going to read some verses. I have no. Okay, where are we at? Okay, this is chapter 9 of Adi Lila in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, text number 7. Lord Chaitanya thought, my name is Vishwambara, one who maintains the entire universe. Its meaning will be actualized if I could fill the whole universe with love of God. See, we're servants of that Lord's desire. You think that has stopped? He just came and he just wanted to fill that time in Kali Yuga with love of God? No, this is he wants to continue in this Kali Yuga, and we're his servants, right? Otherwise, why send Bhakti Vinod Thakur to start things going? Why send Bhakti Siddhanta his son? A good son. Not all the sons of Bhakti Vinod were like him. And then Prabhupada and whoever else out there. Why else to keep this going? See, because this is meant to go. And that's why we're here. Look how close we are. Huh, so close. So intimate with that mission. See, actually fulfilling that mission. Well, I mean, the universe is big, but in our sector, where we're filling our sector, those who come here become filled with this love of Krishna, right? And the Vaides are just a little more distant, right? But shouldn't we be in our mission of actually actualizing? Wouldn't you like love of Krishna actualized in your personal experience? Then can you say that you really know the Lord because you're feeling what he's feeling? It's actualized, it's actual fact in your personal life. But it's not a fact in the Vaidi's life, is it? Should we leave our factual position for theirs? Who would want to do that? Meena, Mahavirya, Premanidi, or whatever her name is now. Stupid. Yeah, Manorama. Keeping that name. Keeping the name of a pedophile. I mean, to be honest with you, these guys are pedophiles, took initiative. And they got to keep big secrets there about that. Well, I ain't keep no secret. He's a pedophile, man. He goes after his disciples' children. That's the kind of snakes around, keeping the profane, those who do gur aparad like her, away from the real thing. That's the punishment. You can't distinguish the envious and the jealous and the pedos out there. Oh, and they love religion because a lot of children in religion. Look at Oprah, all these orphanages, and Clinton's orphanages, children. Holy man! If you knew what was going on here now, and all the underground tunnels and everything, you would faint. You'd pee your pants. How much demoniac stuff is going on especially in Europe and America, underground, all like this. And the sheeple they don't need to, right? They're just, oh yeah, government, whatever they say and all that, and they're slaughtered. And the same thing in religion. This is why you're not saved. Many will cry, Lord, Lord, and won't be saved. It's only those who are in the raptured like this every day, in ecstatic devotion. You'll be saved, not those in religion. You got to progress. Anybody ready for progress? Come here. If not, stay around the pedos, stay around the envious, that you can't discriminate. You don't know. It could be anybody there. See, go watch that movie. Everybody should watch that movie, They Live. And I'll tell you the purport on that movie. The guy gets a pair of special glasses. He had found a whole box of these glasses. He puts these on and he goes around and he sees demons side by side with regular people, ordinary people, nice, like innocent people, and they're rubbing shoulders. Demons, literally look like demons. Put the glasses on, he could see it. And then he goes and he looks at the billboards, and it says, "Comply, be a sheeple," you know, reproduce, or whatever message they want. It's all there, being put into your subconscious TV and all that. People are so stupid. Even now, they still watching friggin' TV. The idiots. What are you going to do? The Lord just gets rid of you. Useless people. You can't even understand the basic thing. And that's why the Lord's trying to help them. Can't you see these people are not your friends? Can't you see these gurus are not your friends? Acharya Dev is not your friends. He told you to put poison in your body. What kind of friend is that? What kind of shelter is that, you fools? And a lot of them are telling you to put poison. That's Krishna. I'm just telling you what Krishna's telling you, warning you. Who's going to warn you? The guy putting poison into your body, telling you to do that, isn't going to warn you. The Dalai Lama is telling you to do the same thing. They're all in on it. They have no scruples. Either they're just totally like stupid and under the influence, shows you they're not a real guru. They can't see Maya's tricks. Otherwise, Krishna would protect them and show them. Okay? And this is just the truth, man. You got no shelter there. Come with us if you want to live. Otherwise, you're slated for slaughter. You're going, man. You're out of here. You didn't figure it out, man. So anyway, you got a chance. It's just like that movie with Schwarzenegger. Come with us if you want to live. He had the protection. See, that's the shadow of what you get here. We have the protection of Lord Caitanya and Radha and Krishna. Therefore, we are survivors and thrivers in this time. I can't believe I see even Christians, they talk about how to thrive in this time. They talk about money. They're all thinking, yes, how to thrive in this terrible time. And they're thinking, well, let's get all our gold and all that. Oh, how to thrive. No, this is how you thrive. In the truth, like Jesus was committed, that truth will set you free. You want to thrive, man? I'm thriving right now, preaching this unpopular truth that exposes the snakes. This is thriving to me because it gives people a chance to live. You come here, you're going to live. You're going to feel the life that I feel and my real disciples feel. Boy, what a message today, huh? Ooh. This will make your hair stand on it. Mine's standing on end. I feel it on my back. I feel the hood going up. It's fantastic. I don't care. It's amazing. Okay, well, let's see what else we got here. I love this. One who maintains the entire universe. Its meaning will be actualized if I fill the whole universe with love of God, man. It's so great. It's great to just see in our Sangha devotees getting filled with love of Krishna, man. Wow, man. And that now I can have friends. Otherwise, no love of Krishna, no real friend. I was always, oh God, I don't feel I can, relate to anybody here. This world, they're all like external. It's like, and once you get a taste for reality, that's it, man. And then you help others. Otherwise, how can you really help others? You got to fish them out. Why do you think Jesus said, I'm going to make you fishermen of men? You think it's any different here? It's always the same program. You think it was any different with Lord Caitanya and Nityananda? They fish people out. See, that's the duty of a guru. They fish you out of unfavorable association, unfavorable circumstances, separate you from the world. But faith in the world, these worldly devotees, see, materialistic Vaishnavas, they still have faith in the world and worldly things. Even that's why the gurus, they say, well, maybe the government knows what we should do. We should just comply. See, the Lord doesn't. He said, that's Krishna, man, saying, sorry, I can't protect you because you haven't made it. You're pretending to be a guru, pretending to give shelter to people, but you can't give any shelter. You're not empowered by the transcendental Lord. You're making a mockery. You're teaching idol worship in the name of the highest philosophy. Krishna consciousness is the highest truth. And people are doing the opposite of it. They're teaching what Moses said not to do, worshiping idols. You're an idol until love of Krishna awakens in your heart. You're not fit to be put on the altar. Your picture is not fit, but they do. They don't care. They mix it. Everything's mixed up, and therefore you got a mishi-mashi preaching of the highest philosophy. And the power here is I preach it as it is. Because the Lord is doing it. You got to be that. Are you surrendered like that? Well, you come here, we'll teach you how to surrender like that, where the Lord uses you to preach the real principles. He shows you the conclusive truth, and you preach that to the world and make the Lord very happy inside. And then you understand why Jesus said, you Pharisees, or you people in this Sangha, that are like this, you're people pleasers. You work for the pleasure of the people. I work for the pleasure of Krishna, God. That was Jesus' duty. His pleasure is preach things as it is. Preach the highest thing, love of Krishna. See, that's why you see love of Krishna in this group, even though we're a little salty sometimes. That's why you see the ones, even Fanny, I start roaring and yelling, more. That's uncommon to have anybody new, especially, or you or anybody else that's really behind what we're doing. And the ones that are like half believing in the world, ooh, why is he so angry? You don't understand. So that's your purification. This is beyond the mode of goody two shoes bullshit, organic. That's nothing to my Lord, your organic thing. You're being jerked around by I see even people that have faith. Well, if I'm not organic, if I don't eat this or do this, then God won't be pleased with me. Well, there's a higher pleasure of the Lord than the mode of goodness. That good Lord. Because you're good, you recycle. And if I don't, I'll feel guilty if I don't throw a can. Give me a can, I'll throw it on the ground. I don't give a shit. Give me a whole thing of garbage. I'll just right in front of you, especially you that feel guilty because you don't put the garbage in. I'll just right in front of you take that garbage and throw it right on the ground and won't feel one little shred of guilt feeling there. But you will. That's your purification. Because I hearken to another Lord. Gives him more happiness than doing good deeds in this world. That's your obstacle. You don't know you're facing, man. I may do that, just to, bring that up. River knows what I'm talking about. She's a little bit like that. Yeah. That's what I may not follow a rule because that'll make somebody feel guilt. Well, I didn't follow the rule. I feel, that's the mode of goodness thing. There's another level to this, and that's what the whole thing is: taking shelter. And when you get it, it's great, man, because you realize, oh, I'm purified. I'm making the Lord happy just by chanting this. Whether I do or don't do is nothing. It's all earth to me. It's all just part of the earth, man. Garbage, earth. It's all just who cares? You're wondering, you're trying to like do recycle and everything, and the demons, they're dumping poison on you every day in the chemtrails, and lots of it, more all the time now. They're putting poison in your water. They're putting poison in your food. Even your medicine, they're putting nails in there now. You watch out for these capsules now. Oh, they're out to depopulate, man. You gotta just be mindful. Sometimes open up some of these capsules. If you get anything from big pharma, they're finding nails in the capsule. You can put small nails in and you swallow them. They're depopulating, man. This is a reality. This is a war against the people. You know. So watch it. Be aware if you want to stick around. So test your medicine out. Make sure, open it, see if there's anything in there. I mean, I saw it, there it's all coming out. I mean, if you're aware, you can look at the videos that are coming out. They say they're opening up medicine, they're finding these little nails in them. Yeah. It's not something to be paranoid of, but just, watchful, just want to be around. So yeah. Where else? Okay, anyway. So, thinking in this way, he accepted the duty of a planter and began to grow a garden in Navadvip. So, Madhavendra said, or Lord Krishna said, Madhavendra, because of your ecstatic love, now I'm going to appear in the world and deliver people. See? You see how important it is to be an example of ecstatic devotion? The Lord himself took the duty of a planter because he had ecstatic love. And he thought, well, let's share this with the world. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. That's why I got the order from Prabhupada. Share ecstatic love. Share the path of ecstatic love. Help people find the progressive path. Vaidhi Bhakti is coming here. We're only going there to bring you here. This is the progressive path. Anybody not interested, I don't care if they're Lord Brahma or one of these gurus, goody two-shoe gurus who does all the rules perfectly and all that and is austere and all that. If they're against this preaching of love of Krishna and ecstatic devotion, the path of ecstatic devotion, they're an obstacle to your progress. So somehow or other, just get over here, even if you don't have to tell them. Yes, you can lie. You can lie and say, well, I didn't go to see Gohari. Whatever will get you here, you will be pleasing to Krishna. Because that's Krishna consciousness. The gopis would do anything to get to be with Krishna. They would lie to their husbands. See, husbands could be like your gurus, which it is. If you're a disciple of the guru, they're your husband. You're tied to them. They would lie to their husbands or cheat them in some way, to get to meet Krishna. Well, you come here, you're going to meet Krishna. Look at the wives of the Brahmins. The husbands, no, the Vedas say don't do this and don't do that. You're not supposed to do that. But they found some way to go to the cowherd boys because they were in charge of love of Krishna. Always the ecstatic devotees are in charge of love of Krishna. And that is very pleasing to Krishna to find somehow or other to get through the obstacles to be with the devotees who have love of Krishna because they're the only door to it. None of these gurus can get you there. None of those rules can get you there. It's only the Devotees Association. And Maya is always trying to hinder you from getting there. Right? She's trying to hinder. And what is Gohari doing? He's at war. He's trying to help you get there. So how does Maya hinder you? By the word, right? By the word. You of these gurus who are not really cooked yet, not in the Lord Chaitanya's ghee, you know. No, don't see. It's a war of words. No, don't go to Gohar. And Gohar is saying, yeah, yeah, go, go, go. And they're trying to trick you. Oh, the Vedas say this, right? The Vedas say this. You're never supposed to leave your guru, right? And Gohari says, yeah, you can leave there. See, the real Vedas say you can leave a guru that is adverse to love of Krishna. And those devotees who have it, you can definitely leave them. Matter of fact, you'll get flowers. And you can check what I'm saying. You can't, you see, you can't check what they're saying. They're just bullshitting you, man. You never leave your guru. And Gohari says, yeah, you can leave your guru. Yeah, go read Bali Maharaj. He left his guru, man, who could raise the dead simply because his guru was adverse to Shuddha Bhakta, Vamanadev, who represented Shuddha Bhakti. That's what I'm preaching. I'm preaching real Bhagavatam. They're not. They're preaching like that guru. See, say, don't go to where ecstatic love is. This is a big hindrance. There are a lot of people that would probably want to come here, but these people tell them not to come. See, because they're not teaching the real Bhagavatam, and I stand firm on this is the real Bhagavatam. You can check everything I say here. You can leave 1,000 of those gurus who are against this ecstatic devotion we preach here. 10,000 of them, and Krishna will be 1,000 times more pleased with you than staying around those persons. Oh, there's some pleasure that Krishna sees. Oh, well, at least you're with, you believe in Krishna's name, even though you don't feel it so much, because in your association, you got some pedo gurus out there that you're promoting, that you're trying to be nice to. See, and Gohari doesn't like to be nice to them, just to help you out. So a question from Twitch, I think it is. Somebody from Twitch says, what is a devotee? Okay, very good question. See, this devotional potency is very rare um, in this world. So there's devotion and then there's devotee. So a devotee is somebody filled with this special potency of God called devotion. And it makes you very devoted to this invisible, to most people is invisible. God is invisible, right? Well, this makes that Supreme Lord visible. So in this teaching is like basically God is like a great magician. And right now he's hiding himself from most of the world until people really want to know him. And if you really want to know the Lord, I mean, really want to know the truth, you know, what is going on in this world? Why are people suffering? Why is this new world order trying to take over and make people miserable and make them slaves? And what is going on here? Well, you come here and you can learn all those things. You can learn why people are suffering, maybe why you're suffering. I don't know. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. Maybe it's not too bad for you. I don't know, you know. But you know, if you want to know why the world is like it is and what is the ultimate goal universally for all persons here in the world, all these really interesting things you can learn here. What is this devotee? What is devotion? How, you know, how does it fit in the grand scheme of life? All these things. And I haven't found a better place to learn stuff like this. And it's very simple, very clear, you know, understand, very easy to understand. So are women not allowed to make eye contact? Why are the two women silent with closed eyes? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, no. They're they're just meditating on. Well, okay. Why are your eyes closed? You tell them.
Because my eyes are closed because
You're
I
muted still. Or oh no,
no.
no, I'm muted. I'm muted. Here, I get this now. Yeah, you can go ahead and say something. Go ahead.
My eyes are closed because that what you are telling is so tasteful and so beautiful that I'm getting in deep ecstasy and I love it. Um, it's not that I don't want to see your face because then, but it's an automatic reaction. Um, of course, we are allowed to make eye contact. I'm listening to the preaching, I'm concentrated, and it fulfills my whole body, and I'm enjoying what Guru Maharaj is saying. That's all. That's good, yeah, Mormon.
All right, River. Why are your eyes closed?
Same as Lolita, really. Um, Mainly because it's just like meditation. Everybody wants to meditate to get to that nice, quiet, peaceful place. But this is meditating on Krishna, meditating on the Lord's words, and while I'm listening, really attentively, it takes all other distractions out of the way, and we can just carry on, really deeply hearing. It's really nice. It's just like having that. It's like you're away from everything material and you're just here with you,
Ah,
you know, and we're just in that vibration, the supreme vibration. It's really nice. It's really nice. And everything that Lolita says
yeah, yeah,
as well.
great. Thank you. Yeah, that helped him. He says, "Well, that's good." Okay, great. Yeah, yeah, it is good. Yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah, it's a meditation. Yeah, it's, okay. So I don't know. I'm gonna just read certain verses here. Um, All glories to Madhavinda Puri, the storehouse of all devotional service unto Krishna. He is a desire tree of devotional service, and it is in him that the seed of devotional first service first fructified. See, so it's very simple. If you're ready to progress in Vaishnavism, you go to the storehouse. The storehouse is the devotee that where love of Krishna is fructified. That's why we have quite a few here now. You know, it's fructifying. You know, and so being in their association is very wonderful. You know, that's now you're going to where devotional service is stored. Without going to the storehouse where devotion is stored, the Lord is like he has this devotional potency and he wants to put it somewhere in this world. Otherwise, nobody will know where it is or what it is. And he's got this special, what do you call, treasure, right? So this treasure is called bhakti. That's why you see this person, what is devotion? See, because they don't know where is it stored. Well, the devotion is stored in like Lalita and River, see, Johan, or wherever it's fructifying. Fructifying means it's visible now. It's not being hidden. See, that's the problem, or you say a problem, is Prabhupada and Bhakti San Bhakti Vinod were hiding that. The hiding, it's not, it was fructified in them, but they would show it like and express it in their room somewhere with closed doors, keep it like that. So therefore, nobody knows what is that fruit. That isn't. Can't you see why the world is like it is? Can't you see why Vaishnavism is like it is? Here, it's fructified, man. It's stored here and it's fructified, and the seeds are going out. The Bhakti Lata bee seeds that grow this particular plant going out. Yeah, a lot of people still in Vaishnavism. Oh, we don't know what is this. Yeah, well, because your gurus, even now, Narayan Raj included, the Radhakund Babaji's included, Prabhupada included, and Bhakti Siddhanta included. They did not show you the fructification of this love of Krishna for whatever reason. Maybe some of them don't have it. Prabhupada had it, I know. Bhakti Siddhanta, I know. The others, I'm not sure. Especially when I see their preaching, it's the inconclusiveness. Why not, see? So here it's fructified on the order of the parampara. So we got backing here. We got Krishna's backing and parampara. That's why we're successful already. Everything is gravy and icing on the cake here. If I die now and we got 5 people, wonderful. Well, we got more than that. We got a big bunch of them coming now. It's wonderful. But it's more wonderful. While we're here, just get more. That's why I don't want anybody here that thinks they want to check out. There's something not right, clear in you. Because some people, I don't think I want to go. Want to go? What are you talking about? People are rotting in hell. And here we got a chance to help so many people just by having fun with Krishna. What a great thing, And the fun gets more and more. The games get better. We figure out more games to play with Krishna, and more people get liberated. Yeah. Work now, samadhi later. But that's not quite like that. Work now and samadhi at the same time. The work is easy here. Play, Sankirtan, sharing, good classes, discussing Krishna, all these things. Making bridges. This is bridge teaching. This is make a bridge for the Vaidis and people in religion. If they want, they can walk. You can walk across this bridge here into the Association of Ecstatic Devotees. This is making a bridge. Otherwise, there's no bridge for you. We'll just be here in ecstasy like this. You'll still think, oh, you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. And this is the right path, Varnashram Dharma. So we got to make bridges, man. Got to give the bridge of truth. See, this is why a great sage is not a great sage unless their opinion differs from others. One should follow the progressive path made by those. This is a progressive path, the path where you can make progress according to this time, place, and circumstance. Prabhupada his preaching was to make a progressive path according to that time, place, and circumstance, which was Vaidhi. Well, I'm not here for that. I'm here to make a progressive path from Vaidhi or anywhere else in the world to eternal salvation and much more, liberation and much more, pure devotional service, pure intimacy with God, who is the ultimate originator of everything. And that's no small thing. This is the ultimate. Even like I was telling one devotee, he was glorifying Gayatri mantra. I said, I don't chant that mantra anymore. I don't like. I'm not going to. The Gayatri mantra. All glories to the Creator of the universe. Creator of the universe. That's Brahma. Brahman. So what? Brahma is meditating on Krishna. Why should I meditate on that? That mantra. All glories to the Creator of the universe. That's Lord Brahma. He's a sub-creator, by the way. He's working on the inspiration of Krishna. That's who I'm worshiping. Or some people say, all glories to Shiva. What? Are you kidding? Shiva is worshiping Krishna. He's got a gopi body. I meditate on that Lord. I meditate on Shiva in that way as an associate of Krishna and Lord Caitanya. See? Mahaprabhu. And they're very happy about it. Oh, wow, you really know my position. That's why Shiva sends devotees, his devotee that he feels are ready, he sends them here to me. I've had that before already. They come over, they worship Shiva, and then they ready for them to move on, they bring them to me. Bring people from the world here. Bring people from Vaidhi Bhakti here. That's why you guys are here, right? When you're ready, you come here. Where else can you go? Nobody's teaching this. It's all a big secret, and most don't know the secret. They just give you the illusion that they know the secret. Because the secret that we possess is so high and so unfathomable and so impossible to get. And they're trying to get it in some other way, that they have to make up stories and speculations and fantasies that they're there. That's what they've done in Krishna consciousness. And people still have faith in these gurus. I can't believe it. Some of the biggest backstabbers are some of these gurus that people still worshiping. That one guy was a real backstabber, and everybody, oh, real snake, man. Oh, he's so great. And he talks, oh, love. It's all love. It's always like that. They're always like that. That's love. It's all about love. In our Vaishnava Sampradaya, they're doing that. And outside of it, this one guy that people think, the guy with a certain kind of tila, the guy's another pedophile, when you really, and people, oh, he's so great and everything. You see, and he's at one of these mode of goodness. Oh, it's about love and all this. I tell you, man, I'm sorry, man. If you want to rub shoulders with that, go for it, man. I don't rub shoulders with this bullshit, man. I'm here to protect people from that. And if you still want to you want to worship that and those kinds of persons, well, there you go. There's your gurus, man. They ain't my gurus, man. That's why I stay ecstatic. If this is not, that's why you're not ecstatic. You guys worshiping those persons. You're just worshiping this bullshit. It's all love, love. All the ISKCON too, love, love. It's all love. Love of what? See? You can fool people. But love of Krishna, what does it look like? Let's see your love of Krishna. Because if you really love Krishna, you have the right preaching, man. You have clear preaching. You speak in terms, not of Mayavadi terms. A lot in Vaishnavism, these gurus, so-called representatives, they're maybe on a more of a Brahmin level with this Vaishnavism. They're not really topmost. And that's why they speak like this. Be a selfless servant in love. Yeah. Because unless they come through the door is right here, man. You don't come through this door, you don't get to chant like we chant. And that's proven. Bring Radhanath here. Bring any of them. Bring Jaipatak. Bring Acharya Dev here. Let us chant together. Let's see whose chanting matches what you read in the books. Oh, they would never do that. Bring Ramdas Vijayavasi here. Let's chant together. Let's see whose chants matches what's in the books. See, they won't do it because they're in Maya. They're illusionists. And I'm here to smoke out the illusionists so that we can give protection to those who want real shelter. Come with us if you want to live. And I'm very serious about that. Don't think I'm a comedian. See, the seed of devotional service next fructified in the form of Ishvara Puri. See, the seed comes from one devotee, Madhavinda Puri. And then he had one disciple who listened, right? He heard, he served his guru. What happened? Oh, fructification. What happens here? Same thing. This is so by the book. These gurus would pee their pants if they realized this. What's before them? What's in the book is here, right? Yes, am I? But what's not in the book is there. See, what's in the book, the seed of devotion is fructified, then proven that the seed goes out from that fruit of devotion into devotees like Lalita and River. and Johans and Janakis and Govindas and fructifies, right? Fructifies. Next, fructified. Are we by the book? Are we the living examples of the book? It has to be that way. Devotee Bhagavats. Now the line is here. Is it in? Where is the fructification of this love, even in the gurus like Acharya Dev and Jayapataka? I don't see any symptoms. And then we can check. Well, where is it in their disciples? I don't see anywhere. They're not by the book, and we are. So everybody should. You gurus should come here. Why not? We got the treasure, man. We prove it every day. You can look. You look at this, and then you don't even have to hear the book preached. You see it in action. Fructification of love of God in one guru, and then their disciples who listen attentively like that with eyes closed. Fructification there too. Wow! You found the lottery. You've all won that have realized that. You winners. You Vites, millions of you could be winners. Here's the ticket. Take it. Take the ticket. It's the winning one. You won the lottery 10 million times over. You won your eternal relationship with Krishna by coming here. We're proving it every day. Come see. Boy, we canvassing hard today. Yeah. Hey, man, you got to sell an invisible product. It ain't easy. You're trying to sell an invisible product to blind people. That takes a miracle. That's why it's a miracle what we've done so far. See, Amy, the book Bhagavatam and the devotee Bhagavatam. That's it, man. See, the fructification love of God. Yeah, and what really, really proves that? Well, those who are listening with their eyes closed, look at that. They're getting it too. They get the virus, the transcendental virus. They're laughing and crying and choking up and relishing the name. I was listening to Lolita's chanting a little bit this morning. It came on. It's like being in heaven, man. Her singing, the names is just like being in like paradise. Unbelievable, What a voice. She's, an amazing devotee, man. It's like we're very fortunate to have. She's reading that to us, Govinda Lilamrita, the highest book. Well, where do you get that? You don't see Acharya Dev reading this stuff with transcendental happiness. You got winning tickets, man. Just giving them out, man. And then our winnings increase too. It's not we don't lose anything either. That's great. When the Vani Mapu are present, one should take the advantage of them both. Yeah. Otherwise, it's slow. Yeah, it's slow purification. Even Krishna says, saints of your caliber, the ecstatic ones, like you see here, of your caliber, even my disciples' caliber, many of them, are virtual places of pilgrimage. My deity form, Vrindavan, taking a bath in the Yamuna, purifies after a long time. But you ecstatic devotees purify just by being seen, by your emanation. You emanate the truth. By your word, you've realized the truth and you preach what is just passive in the book and is speculated on by so many because they don't experience what you experience. So the living devotees are a great boon for the world. Could you imagine? They had all the Vedas here. But where would the world be without the living gurus and the Bible, even without the Jesus coming or the Lord Caitanya coming? Or after he disappeared, the Goswamis writing more and Narottam and Srinivas and Shamananda preaching the ecstatic path. Where would the world go now if this ecstatic path is not being preached? It just stay on this Vaidhi religious level, filled with religious hypocrites and pedos in there, because you can't discriminate. Envious people in there, you can't discriminate. Here, you're faced with your own envy. If you got envy, you're faced with it. How do you deal with it? Are you going to stick with it and get purified here? Yeah.
What is Vapu, Guru Maharaj?
See what else.
I didn't hear me.
So Parmananda Puri, Keshava Bharati, Brahmananda Puri, etc., 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 etc. These 9 sannyasi roots all sprouted from the trunk of the tree. Thus the tree stood steadfastly on the strength of these 9 roots. See, you need an intimate relationship with Lord Caitanya. Bottom line. And that is what you get here. And then you become our root. Yeah, I'll answer that in a minute. You become a root, like a sannyasi root, because you're so intimately connected with the trunk. See? That's an associate of the Lord. And that's when they're preaching, man, you get with those persons, now you're in the real line. You're with the real branch of the Chaitanya tree, the living branch. You'll feel the life, different than the life of the world, different than the life of religion with all its speculations and poisons in there. You'll be purified because you're with devotees very intimate with that trunk of that tree and rooted. Do you see some roots here? Do you see any wavering? Yeah, stay close to Lord Chaitanya. He's the best. Stay with a trunk. That's the reality, man. Lord Chaitanya, he is these conceptions. I preach these conceptions as they are. That is my food. That is my life. That is my strength. That is my purification and the purification of those who hear these words. Otherwise, there's no purification with watered down speculations. That's contaminations. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Great. There's no turning back now. We are in it for the win. Win it. And winning is what we do. Yeah. See, Vani is you stay connected by instructions, by the word. The and Vapu is by you need the physical association. Kind of like Karuna. He needs the physical. He needs the emanation more. You know why? Because his opinion's a little different than mine sometimes. That's the only reason. See, when he gets into this, the opinion is the strength of the devotee. See, because that strength is just because I'm with the pin. See, I worship the Lord in ecstatic love for a long time. So the opinion of the Lord becomes really clear, and I preach that. And when that's the purification, when you're a real disciple, you listen to that opinion, and it purifies you of all this other. You abandon your other opinion. So the weakness in Karuna and others like that is there, and also you like Lalita was talking to Shamaguri. That weakness is in the opinion not being solidly held on to. See, and that's why you don't feel the full shelter of Krishna. Otherwise, you wouldn't be way, oh, I'm having these problems. Well, that's because you got to be really purified and really like that opinion is your life and soul. of the devotee, the essence of truth. The opinion of Krishna is the life, the realization. The book is full of the revelations and realizations of the highest devotees, the greatest devotees. Yeah. So Srila Gauridas, Juggle. Who's Jugal Krishna? You know, who's Jugal Krishna?
He came before.
Somebody new or something? Yeah, new person.
No,
Oh, okay. No?
noise.
Okay, anyway, welcome, whoever you are. So from the trunk grew many branches, and above them were innumerable others. See, even so, the Lord connected many people personally when he was going around preaching, personally, because he's the trunk, but also he can act as the branch. But the branches also act as the trunk. They connect people through their preaching to the trunk. See, so the branch does the work of the trunk, and the trunk can do, when he's here, does the work of the branches. But when the Lord is unmanifest, the branches do the work of the trunk, of connecting people to the trunk. That's why our lines are started by usually God himself coming here as a devotee. See, that's why, in a sense, Jesus, that's why I think he's more like God, per se, because people are connecting people with Jesus, Jesus Christ. He's like their trunk, you know. Um, there's some controversy about this, so I don't want to get into that too much. But basically, we're in this line. Lord Caitanya is the trunk, okay, and so even starting from Nityananda and even Advaita, they connected people to the trunk, to Lord Caitanya, because they acted as devotees. And then they made followers, and that's all the way to now. Here, we're proving that we're connected to the trunk because we preach like that. This is uncommon preaching. You don't hear this preaching. You show me any guru preaching like this, preaching so connected, so as the book is. That's why they have a hard time figuring it, because they're so full of speculations, and their followers are full of speculations until they get the special miracle, which this part of this preaching miracle is. People will hear. Some of them will hear. Some of them will come. That is the miracle. Because some there are looking for this, even as a leader, as a sannyasi, as a guru. Some of them are looking for this, and they will hear this voice because it's their only way to get what we got in this life. Otherwise, they will die as they are. It doesn't matter how sincere you are, how many rules you follow, how much you believe in Prabhupada. If you want ecstatic devotion, you come to the door of it. The door is this kind of preaching that none of you know, none of you understand, until you met an ecstatic devotee deep in ecstasy of preaching, because on the influence of this very deep understanding of Krishna. There's no other way to get it. If you're not ecstatic like this, you must come through the door. It's only logical. You're not ecstatic. How are you going to get these revelations? All you can have is speculations without this kind of ecstatic love and devotion. We prove it every day. The Lord is, I can't do this. I just, Lord, hey man, I'm a little beggar here. Hare Krishna. And then, and I preach what he shows me. How are you going to get it? Only the Father knows the Son. Only the intimate friend knows the intimate friend. And vice versa. and the intimate friend in this world, manifest in this world, known as a devotee, an intimate devotee, associate of Lord Caitanya, can reveal the true nature of that Krishna and that Lord Caitanya and his real devotees, to whom he chooses. If you're chosen, you'll come here and you'll listen and get this. Otherwise, you stay there being some kind of big guru for your life, this life, or maybe you'll be found out and then, you'll lose that. But it's all temporary. This is permanent. You want permanent ecstasy? You want to be a real guru where you deliver your disciples? All you have to do is come here for God's sake. Otherwise, you're just playing a friggin' game, man. It's empty. Oh, Gurudev, give me mercy. You can't give mercy. The best you can do is give them a shot and get rid of you and you if you're taking it. And them. You come here, you get all the real glory. The glory of being a real devotee and a real guru and a real deliverer of your disciples. You don't do that, you just miss the boat, man. Somebody will hear this, you'll see. There got to be a couple of sincere gurus out there. Otherwise, there's no hope for you followers, man. If you believe, if they're all bogus, man, there's no hope for you. You're gonna die a Vaidhi. Okay, great, you're a vegetarian, and you get a nice demigod association, maybe. But that's nothing compared to what's available here. Pure devotional service, real prema bhakti that even Narayan Raj said that he couldn't give you. And it's unclear whether he had it himself. So I'm not going to be confident in what is unclear and doubtful. That's the source of power here. I've never been burned by Prabhupada and faith in Prabhupada. Never been burned by faith in any of these persons I'm confident in. But I had problems with Narayan Raj. I did. Tried to have faith. All I did was have problems. All I did was lose the shelter that I had. But I never lost that shelter with Prabhupada. Why wouldn't I stay with Prabhupada? I didn't feel the same shelter with Sridhar. I was looking, okay, let me look at his, is he like, he's not like that. And people don't like, well, you should put them on the same level as Prabhupada. No, he didn't himself. Even himself, he said, my God brothers, most of them are envious of me and my preaching. So what's that saying? That's the kind of you can't even distinguish what he distinguished. I thanked him. Thank you, Prabhupada, for doing something uncommon and not just following the etiquette. Oh, you God brothers, you're like my God brothers, and you're all like that. I would never have known and gotten through that. Thank God I had his book, his word. And you get the same thing, because I ain't holding back. I'm telling you, anybody tells you to put poison in your veins is worthy to be gotten rid of. Why do you want somebody that's gonna is your murderer as a disciple? Your maimer, somebody wants you maimed. Doesn't matter. Well, he's just following orders, or he just believes. I mean, he's just trying to believes in the government and Fauci. Just what's wrong with that? Well, what's wrong with that is he believes in illusionists. He believes in liars and hypocrites, probably because he is himself. Why would you believe in a hypocrite unless you're a hypocrite? I mean, just common sense. You believe in Fauci words? You probably are. You've accepted that hypocrisy in yourself. You're vibrating on that. Are you if you're still in fear of what's going on and you're a devotee? Well, you're probably your guru is also in fear. That because they don't have the real. If they have the real shelter, they're fearless. You know, stuff like that. You know, just don't worry. Somebody will get it. It's nice to preach it. You know, nice to preach the truth, man. It's refreshing. A little hard on the voice sometimes, but you know, it's worth it. Ah, okay. Ooh, okay. Give us a word, Lalita.
It's lovely to preach the truth,
Oh,
Guru Maharaj. It's lovely to preach the truth. When you receive it and you can share it. And preaching the truth empowers you to preach the truth. Except it gives you ecstasy, and then you preach more the truth. And yeah, that's how you can save people, by giving them the truth, not by giving them half of the truth, but the complete truth, the real truth. That's what we get here. And
yeah,
yeah, it's very, very nice.
yeah, and that's if you preach this, yeah, not everybody's going to like you, and not everybody's going to like it, but that's part of the purification. You know, like the preaching of like the early Christians when they got empowered by the Holy Spirit, they just boldly went out and told they told the Pharisees, "Hey, man, you know." This is the follow these principles. This is the deeper thing. This is the New Testament. You know, they're empowered, and so everybody can be like that here. The more you accept these things, you accept like they accepted Jesus's teachings, his words. This is like that. This way, and when you become like that, you'll be empowered. And then it won't be you. You think is you is this false ego. It's the modes of nature weakens you. The spiritual potency will be acting to empower your words. Okay? And that's what takes people out. See, now you have the fishing pole solid. See, the basically that's the sannyasi root of the Lord Caitanya connected. You're that root, that pole, and then the line goes out, the word, you know, and it hooks people. See, and they come. And then because you're holding the pole, and they also, you know, like for a while, you know, you just keep, you know, you hold the line, man, you know, just till they're reeled in completely, and they become like that.
Yeah, preaching the truth is actually giving Krishna the opportunity to give him his word, let him talk the word, instead of
Hmm.
your false ego that, yeah, but
Yeah,
and no, 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 no. No compromise. Krishna doesn't want that at all. He's not going to live inside of you if you keep on doing that.
yeah. Well, look at
Truth is,
Balaram. He's a good example. He's mixing with Ramdas Vijayavasi by that intimacy. He's thinking, "Oh, let me be intimate with all devotees," even though Ramdas Vijayavasi has all these devils coming at him. You know, that's not. I don't want to associate. I'm here to purify people like that by my word, by this, just what I said. Pure, very purifying. Point out the truth. Hey, Balaram, that's what you're doing. If he follows that thing, oh yeah, why am I doing this? He can make progress. Otherwise, he's mixed in there and he'll never be ecstatic. You can't be ecstatic around people who have devils in them that have taken the position as guru and are hypocrites and liars, and the Lord is poisoning them.
yeah.
Or they,
Ramaidas, he puts the most ugly pictures of me on his timeline. And Balaram, who's saying that I'm his wife, he even doesn't react. He
yeah,
says
you
that,
see, yeah,
see,
yeah.
he even doesn't
That's
react.
That's very offensive. That not even following the book. The book says if a devotee is blasphemed, you act like fire against that person. Okay? Not for yourself. For yourself, you take it, but for the other devotees, especially for the sake of preaching, you chastise that person. You say, hey, what are you doing? This person is a saintly person. Where this is wrong. You teach them right and wrong. This is a devotional principle. But see, Balaram doesn't have that strength. All he does is mix in there, and he becomes part of that.
Not the
He's
understanding.
no, don't
We
understand.
are all the same. See, we're
All the same, yeah,
all good devotees, and we have a slightly difference, but it's not true. It's not it's a big difference. They have nothing, and we have everything.
yeah,
The
yeah. You
spirit
see,
is here. Krishna is here,
yeah. Chapter 12. Remember, they're the real followers and the
and the
false. The
false.
false followers had a different opinion.
Yeah,
See, we eat from the same plate here. That's what a guru is. A guru is to give you Krishna's opinion. It's not. I accepted that opinion of Krishna. I accept it as my life and soul. See? And I preach it and look at the results showing this is Krishna's opinion. See? You want this result, anybody? Any you Vaides out there in ISKCON or Gaudiya Meet, you want the result of chanting in ecstasy like we do? Well, if you come and eat from the plate, I'm here to teach. I'm not here to take from these gurus. I tried that; doesn't work. They ain't got nothing to give me. And if you see that, um, you want ecstatic devotion like Lalita has and I have, and Johan and Govindas and many devotees here, and Fanny's and Amy's and Johnny. I can't go through the list. You want that? You come here and you'll get it. Just ask yourself, do you have it? Did you get it from Acharya Dev or Jai Patak? I know, according to the world and worldly devotees and the masses, oh, they're so great. They think the same thing. The mass Fauci is so great. Bill Gates is so great. Well, you're like that with Jai Patak. It's the same bullshit, man. I'll just tell you the truth. It's the bullshit. It's just a game full of hypocrisies. It's religion. I abandoned that. My students abandon religion and religious leaders who are not purified. Though chant in ecstasy, they shouldn't be on the high standard of guru. You don't become a guru without ecstatic love for Lord Caitanya and connected intimately with the trunk, like the books say. But they have, therefore you can't go very far like that. They can't help you very well. It's just a fact. You ready for more help? Well, here we are, but that's why I preach like this. Yeah, a lot of people don't like it because, oh, you're offending my guru. Well, hey, man, if he's offended and you're offended, well, I'll just say what Jesus said. Blessed are those who are not offended by my word. Look at Lalita. She's pretty blessed. She's not offended by this word. Fanny's not offended by my word. But some people in our Sangha are offended by my word. Oh, why did he say that? Ooh, it's too much. Ooh. Yeah, well, just stick around. You'll get purified just naturally. You'll become like Lalita eventually. See, you'll be able to relish the words, the uncompromising words. That's the only way you're going to be delivered, man. Otherwise, you're going to believe all those compromised words of those gurus, man, of Acharya Dev, his compromise and his teaching feminism as Vaishnavisms and all kinds of mundane things and this woke shit in Vaishnavism. What is the difference? There's not much difference between religion and material politics. And those who promote stuff, they're kissing ass of everybody, playing politics, saying what they want, they think you want to hear. with some motive behind it. How are you going to make any real spirit? You come here, we'll purify you. These words will do their job, man. They're clean. They're caustic, like acid. They just burn away the illusion and your speculations. They just shh, and you feel it too. But if you're ready for that, come along, man. Very quick purification here. Ooh, we'll make you an associate pronto. Fast, quick. We just pour the acid of truth over your speculation. Just melt it away. You'll even feel it sizzling as the snakes burn off. All that snakiness you took on from those persons out there, religionists, the ones who hate this bhakti. What are you worried? If anybody hates our preaching, hates this ecstasy, run the other way. No, run this way. There's no other way to run. It's like the New World Order. No, they're going to do it everywhere. You can't run anywhere. The same thing. You can't run everywhere. You got to run here. There's no mercy I've seen like this. No preaching like this. No ecstasy like this anywhere. I guess we might be the only deal in town if you want ecstatic devotion. If that seems appealing to you, you want to be a resident of Vrindavan? Ooh, that's what we are making them here. I haven't seen anywhere else. You show us. Like the guy says, well, I'll show you. Look at Osho thing going on there. That ain't impressive. Somebody pumping up your chakras temporarily, and that's all it is. It's unsustainable. This is pretty sustainable every day, huh? Every day. Getting better, too, every day. Huh? Look at Lalita. Oh, man. We're having a good time. Yeah, Janaki, look at this. She loves this stuff, too. Amy, Fanny. Oh, this Fanny is uncommon, too. You send this gift to Lalita. This is an uncommon lady. I gotta meet her. I want to embrace that person. Man. I'll just melt. To me, that is so Krishna, so my Lord living inside that person. Man. Unbelievable. How do I get association with her? That lady Fanny is going to deliver me. I'm going for sure. If she thinks well of me, I'm going to Vrindavan for sure, because there's a perfect example of Vrindavan. Where do you see qualities like that? Unbelievable. In so many of you also, by the way. I just have to single somebody. I just get used to that, You're all so many beautiful devotees here, Unbelievable, man. I sometimes wonder, is this just a dream of this? I feel like I'm in paradise.
He's a very grateful person, very grateful.
And Amy, oh my God, these people, Lalita, oh my God, all these devotees, Johans, and Govindas, Rivers, beautiful people. It's just, whew. See, the fruits ripened and became sweet and nectarian. The gardener Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu distributed them without asking any price. See, well, no price. Distributing them. So, I think we'll take a break now. I got to rest the voice a little bit. Oh, and I also want to take a walk before it gets. It's really kind of sticky hot today. It's just, otherwise I gotta move while it's early. It gets kind of weird. Okay. Thank you all for coming.